Hello friends! I have not finished opening my advent calendars because I didn't want to open them while I was sick, and I wanted to save them for when I would really get to enjoy opening them. As you can tell from my voice, I am still a little bit congested, but overall I feel so much better. So today we're going to open so many advent calendars. Woohoo! Here are days 14 through 24 of the Sweet Sparrow Yarns Advent Calendar. Day 14 is Sunset on Snow on my Sandpiper base. This color was inspired by the view from my mom's living room window in the winter. She lives across from a forest, and you can see the sunlight coming through the trees, especially when it's kind of a gray sky. It gets that purpley cast, and then the sunlight reflecting onto the snow at sunset I thought was really beautiful, so I wanted to recreate that in a yarn. And then it has these dark speckles to represent the shadows from the trees. Day 15 is Juniper on my Raven base, which was an exclusive for the advent calendars. It is a 2-ply superwash merino and nylon with silver stellina, whereas the Magpie base that I usually use has gold stellina, but I just wanted to do a little something special for the advent calendars. So Juniper is a sage green with soft speckles of lavender, like a periwinkle lavender. Day 16 is Strufoli. This is also on my Sandpiper base, and Strufoli is an Italian holiday dessert that is basically, it's kind of like a funnel cake, but with balls of dough instead of like the funnel formation, I guess. And then you drizzle it with honey and you put the little round sprinkles all over it, and it's so delicious. And I have very fond memories of making that with my family as a kid. So that is what this color represents. And this one came with these little hard candies. I've gotten a lot of questions about the hard candies because they're really good. Not to toot my own horn, but they're delicious hard candies. They have kind of a jelly center, and they're really flavorful. The brand is, let's see if it'll focus on this. The brand is called Arcor, A-R-C-O-R. And if you search on Amazon, you can find them and get yourself your own enormous 2-pound bag. They're so delicious. Day 17 is Cameo. This is on my Starling non-superwash fingering weight base, and it was inspired by exactly what it sounds like, the color of Cameo jewelry, so a brown toned pink with some slightly yellowy orangey tones to it. Day 17 is Clouds in My Coffee. So this has cream, brown, blue, and it's a little bit hard to see when it's in skein form, but it also has very soft pinks in it. Day 19 is Gingerbread. This is on my Gosling base, my merino cashmere nylon, and it is a warm brown with speckles of a dark, sort of reddish purplish brown. And I included a stash orange spice tea with that because when I think of gingerbread, I also think of making those oranges with the cloves stuck in them, which are so pretty, and I don't totally understand what they're for, but I associate gingerbread with them. Day 20 is Lichen on House Wren, which is my tweed base. Just a soft sage green. I really love the look of lighter colors on tweed. I think it looks so beautiful, the contrast between the softness of the color and the more rustic aspect of tweed. Day 21 is Holly Jolly, and this is a silvery gray base speckled with red and green in a pretty subtle way. It's not too wild, so that from far away it could just read like a neutral, and that came with a little candy cane progress keeper. Day 22 is Pavlova, which is on the raven base with silver stellina. This is a soft, cool-toned pink with speckles of deeper pink. And this was inspired by the dessert Pavlova because it just seems like such a sort of fantasy dessert to me. It's a meringue dessert and it's fluffy, and when I've seen it, it has had raspberries on it because one of my relatives often makes it for family dinners. I just wanted it to be sort of this nutcracker fantasy color because that's how I think of Pavlova, just light and fluffy and ethereal. Day 23 is Red Delicious. I get a Red Delicious apple in my stocking every year, and I just love the color of them. I think they're so beautiful. They're not necessarily my favorite for taste, but I think they're a very beautiful color, that sort of deep, deep red. And that came with Stash Lemon Ginger Tea. This is one of my favorite teas. I am not necessarily always the biggest fan of ginger, but with lemon I absolutely love it. And again, with having had a cold recently, I have gone through so much of this tea. I find that it really helps me feel less congested. So I highly recommend this. And this you can also get on Amazon for a really good price for 100 tea bags. And last but not least, day 24. This is Skylight on my Starling base. So it is a soft, slightly gray-toned sky blue. I wanted to capture the feeling of laying in bed, looking out of a skylight at the sky right before the sun actually comes up, and it still has that sort of watery blue quality. And in day 24, I included my Sweet Sparrow pins. Everyone received a Sweet Sparrow pin in day 24 of their advent calendars. I received these back in September, and I was so excited. It was so hard not to immediately post them, but they are also available in the shop, but everyone who ordered the advent calendar also received one. And day 25 of the Sweet Sparrow Yarns advent calendar is a full skein. And I actually did save one for me. I'm so happy I saved myself an advent calendar this year. I didn't last year and I was so bummed. It didn't even occur to me. But this year Hi Coco! This year I did save myself an advent calendar. So let's open up day 25. Day 25 is Visions of Sugar Plums. This is on my Sandpiper base, so it's a single base, and it is a cream base color with soft sage greens and pale pink, and it's speckled with a deeper burgundy pink and see some of the speckling in there. And it also has speckles of a dark gray. When I was thinking about what I wanted to do for the day 25 colorway, I didn't want to do something that was so obviously holiday that it didn't work for the rest of the year. But I did want to do something that would have a little nod to the holiday season. So I went with one of my favorite like vintage Christmas color combos, which is pink and mint. And then I added in the speckles to kind of just add some dimension. And I actually saved myself 2 skeins of this, which I'm very excited about. And I think one skein is going to become the Sparkling Cider Hat by Kristen of Woolen Vine. And I think I'm going to get myself some rose gold seed beads to put on it. And then the other skein, I don't know yet. Could be anything. We'll see. So I just wanted to take a minute to thank everyone who purchased my advent calendar this year, and anyone who was posting their advent goodies throughout the month. It really meant so much to me, and I love doing the advent calendars. Having a chance to really personalize the experience someone is getting every day of Advent means a lot to me, and I'm really looking forward to doing them again for 2019. Thank you guys so much. It's one of my favorite things that I do all year, and you guys make it possible. Next up, we have days 10 through 14 of my Lay Family Yarns Advent Calendar. Oh, it's so pretty and fun. These are going to look so pretty in my granny stripe. I absolutely love them. They're so pretty. And they came with some goodies. So this is a little progress keeper in the shape of a piece of chocolate cake with this little layer of sort of a golden color. Oops, sorry. With this little layer of sort of a golden color that I think is maybe caramel or something. And then a little shiny bead on top like a cherry, which is so cute. And the Lay Family Yarn Advent Calendar also came with this adorable little tea wallet. Look how cute this is. It has a space for 3 tea bags. Murphy, don't scratch that. Things I repeat 20 times a day. And this is the outside of the tea wallet. Look how cute that is. I assumed when I saw it in its plastic wrapper that this was some sort of notions pouch, which would have also been lovely, but I love that it's a tea wallet. I was actually thinking right before I opened this little package that I would like to take some herbal tea over to my boyfriend's today, and that it seemed kind of silly to like put them in a Ziploc bag and waste plastic. So a tea wallet is perfect. And as someone who drinks a lot of tea, I think this is just a very handy thing to have. And I will keep it stocked with tea and keep it in my purse, and then I'll be prepared no matter where I am, because occasionally, as weird as this sounds, in a city like New York, occasionally when you ask for tea, you will get served Liptons, which is fine. Like, it's not, you know, I don't mean to be a tea snob, but sometimes it's just not what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a flavored black tea or for an herbal tea. So it's nice to be able to carry some options with me. And now I get to open all of this gorgeousness. This is all from Jules of So Sweet Violet, and Jules did a 12-day advent calendar, but hi Murphy, but she was kind enough to also include 12 little packages because we did a swap, and my advent calendar is a 24-day advent calendar, but oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. It's amazing, and I'm actually going to show you something incredibly beautiful before I even open these wonderful packages. Look at this bag! Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Jules, you are just beyond talented. So, so pretty. Look at this little detail of the stamped pine branch with tiny hand-sewn sequins. Oh, it is stunning. I absolutely love this bag. It's so beautiful. Day 2 is this beautiful mini skein by Nora George Yarns in the colorway Winter's Glow. Absolutely gorgeous blush pink with sort of orangey peachy tones. Day 3 is one of Jules's incredible winter bird enamel pins. Oh, it's so gorgeous. If you are a newer viewer of the podcast, Jules is one of my dearest friends. We met online in a time when we were both going through some pretty rough mental health. Murphy. That was Murphy knocking things over. We met at a time when we were both going through some pretty rough mental health issues, and it was just so wonderful to feel like I was able to talk to Jules about it, and that we could kind of, hold each other close via the internet while we found our way out of those particular situations and problems that we were experiencing. So I absolutely treasure this. This beautiful, beautiful DPN cozy that matches the bag. This is going to be great for putting on my projects that are knit flat but on circular needles. For instance, my floozy sweater, which I'm currently on the bottom ribbing, so that I don't accidentally pull stitches off the needles while I am getting my sweater out of its bag. It's so cute. I love it. This is a gorgeous little stitch marker that Jules made for day 5. It's a little pine cone with a leaf. Oh, it's so delicate and gorgeous. Day 6 is this lip balm from Neves Bees. It is in a honey vanilla flavor, and it is beeswax based, which is amazing. That is definitely my preferred type of lip balm. And it comes in this cute little container. It's so sweet. I love it. Day number 7 is this adorable little owl progress keeper. Oh, it's so cute. Day 8 is this amazing skein of Nora George yarns in the colorway Little Spruce, which is exclusive for Jules's advent calendar. It is stunning. I absolutely love this. Oh, this is just gorgeous. I think this is going to become a pair of Soul Sisters socks. Jules was kind enough to send me the Soul Sisters pattern, and I would love to do it out of yarn exclusive to her advent calendar. Day 9 is this beautiful little lavender sachet. This is the back, this is the front. It's so pretty and it smells amazing. Day number 10 is this beautiful stitch marker. It has a sort of teardrop shaped pink glass bead. Day number 11 is another beautiful stitch marker. This is a pink glass flower with a little green center. So pretty. And for day number 12, we have this candle by H.G. Botanicals, and it is sweet orange. And I wish I could convey to you how wonderful this smells. It comes in this beautiful little tin. It is a 100% soy wax candle. and it is handmade. And wow, it has a 20-hour burn time, which is pretty impressive for something that looks like a fairly small candle. Let's take a look inside. Look how beautiful that is with the little arrangement of orange peels. Oh, it smells so good. Even through my very clogged nose, I can smell it, and it smells wonderful. Thank you so much, Jules. That was a magnificent advent calendar, and thank you so much for swapping with me, my darling, darling friend. Here are days 10 through 14 of my Stress Knits advent calendar. It is so dreamy. This has just been like the advent calendar of my dreams. I still don't know what I'm going to do with my Stress Knits minis. I had been planning on doing the little cable socks, but the more I thought about it, the more I, hi Murphy, the more I want to be able to really see, these yarns while I'm wearing them. So I think maybe they'll just become an enormous shawl of some kind. Oh, what does Murphy think? Oh, okay. Murph, what are you doing? This was unexpected. He doesn't usually hop up here. Hi. Oh, he's gonna try to hop up on my bookshelf. Hi, Murph. I know, I love Stress Knits too. Murphy loves Stress Knits. There's a tail on my yarn. Okay. So I'm not sure yet what they'll be. Something spectacular for sure, because Stacy's advent calendar has been just amazing. Hi, Murph. And day 25 of the Stress Knits advent calendar is called All is Calm. And it is a beautiful mint green with cream and speckles of pinks and purples. It's stunning. Thank you so much, Stacy. Thank you for swapping advent calendars with me. It has been an absolute joy to open your advent calendar every day. Murphy, who's being very helpful? Who's being extremely helpful? It's the Murph. Before I go, I also wanted to show you a project that I cast on yesterday. This is a dog sweater for my boyfriend's dog. He is kind of a little guy. The dog, not my boyfriend. My boyfriend is quite tall. But his dog is a very cute little guy that I absolutely love. And I am knitting him a sweater because it gets really cold here in New York in the winter. So I am modifying slightly a sweater that I found on Ravelry. It's from the Lion brand website. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's something just like cabled dog sweater. But I added in a panel for steeking because I am going to be making this into a little like grandpa style cardigan for this dog that I absolutely love. And then, so I'm working on the back piece right now, and I'm knitting this out of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Superwash in the colorway, there goes Murph, in the colorway Dove Heather. So it's a beautiful, warm, light, sort of oatmeal-y gray. And it's got moss stitch and 2 different kinds of cables. And I think it's going to look absolutely adorable on my boyfriend's dog. This is the back piece. So you knit the back piece flat and then the front piece flat, and then it gets seamed together. So I think I'm going to actually do all of that and then steek and add the button bands, just so that I don't have more pieces than necessary floating around if I steek first. I think it'll just be easier to do afterward, because then I can also try it on the pup in question, and if it needs any extra width, then I can make the button bands a little bit wider. So this is my current knitting. I am back in the city, and I'm gonna spend the rest of the evening hanging out with my boyfriend, and then I will stay in the city for New Year's Eve, so that'll be lovely, and I will catch up with you soon. See you tomorrow.